Today is still May 5th, 2023. After that last video, a lot of them scattered around back to Ravenna. They had their little fun with me for the day. Retired Judge Pete is not funny. He needs to be arrested. See, this has got to the point of so ridiculous. They act like we live in a lawless society. That he rules like Kim Jong. He rules over any kind of communist country. That Russia, he even thinks he's Hitler. I mean, think of this. We live in the United States of America. He thinks he is the ruler over the United States of America. He can break into any home, stalk them. He can sell videos of them and their partner in bed, and they have no rights. That he can Photoshop shower scenes. He can break in and date rape, drug them, tell them to say something stupid, leave them with giant bruises, throwing up, almost passing out in front of people, and leave them infected. And here they've been beat, drugged, and raped. And they haven't left their home. And they don't know why they're so sick and they're going to the doctor. And why they're infected, for what reason. See, that's a point in time. Who the hell does he think he is? See, that's where they're saying that agent better not have known about those tapes before. He didn't arrest him. That's where I told you, my friend used to work at the prosecutor's office, it's a fraud scheme. He even heard of some officer surveillancing somebody on their own. The Muslim man found out, went to a judge. Judge said, that man has a right to privacy. You had no right in his home and he could sue you for it. That officer could go to jail 2 to 20 years. See, this has got to the point. They're pulling scam on top of scam. Just like everything was supposed to be for Michelle. And he's dating that stripper from 17. And then Savannah, Katie, and then all those other girls. You know, he wanted all those women. He wanted a wild lifestyle. Divorce me and leave me and my children out of this. We had nothing to do with him and that stripper. Or him and Katie. You do realize that. He just don't want me anymore. You just leave me out of it. And you move on. You don't do this for any God-given reason. And retired Judge Pete, when he walked in that store and screamed it out, you didn't call 911. You would rather be an accessory to attempted murder, drugs, kidnapping, rape. You're looking at least 20 years to life, if not execution, because you're part of those human traffickers and people died. You know, that old guy, oh, we got to set up, someone will testify. No, they won't. They already interviewed my family in 18. They spoke highly of me. See, they're just lying to people and lying to people. Just like my son Danny was supposed to have an attorney for the shower scene. What? He didn't know about the shower scene. Neither did the kids. Just like those girls that dated one of my security guards. We even verified everything was photoshopped before. Everybody has. The cops and everything. See what I mean? It's a scam on top of a scam. Her family didn't know any of this. They would have went to jail as an accessory. See, this is a point in time. You don't realize how much trouble they're in. Oh, we're going to get money. She'll get in trouble. Trouble for what? You violated me? Do you know what it would be like? Could you imagine a sitting judge's face? You kicked in this woman's door. You started stalking her. You saw videos of her naked in bed with her husband. You photoshopped that shower scene they all talked about, and you have fake sodium pentothal reports. You were drugging her and beating her and left her personally infected. You were raping her. No, I won't look at that shit, but for your confession, you will go to jail. They're non-credible stalking tapes where they try to say the police did it to her before. Who did it? Retired Judge Pete. That's where Dixie said it was ridiculous what retired Judge Pete and Michelle did to you for Dave to go out with someone else. on ungodly levels. And it was for a fucking stripper. And how dare they involve themselves? Huh? Everybody's already verified all those are photoshopped. This is where, to the point, people turn them in. Where they send you the link to log into the case, those women even think that the guy that was supposed to protect me, that agent, that they fooled him with their tapes. That I actually looked at him. That he was actually that stupid and broke a federal law. Yeah. Think of that. Do you realize he'll go to jail for RICO charges? These people go to jail for RICO charges. It's kidnapping, it's drugs. It's fraud. Rape. You do realize they're the criminals. I'm just their victim. They're in it with the human trafficking scam. They're using the case for people to show up. And where they're sending links to your kids to make fun of me, the drug cartel knows where your kids are. No cops would ever have you stalk and menace me. It's a drug cartel getting a hold of your kids through online. Turn the link in. None of this is funny. People have been taken and murdered. And they're using this case as a front. That agent retired in 19 and left it open. And Alec, retired Judge Pete's son, was telling everybody no one was allowed to help me. He's a civilian. His dad's a retired judge. He was telling everybody he was an FBI agent. He has no authority. He's retired. You do realize that's right. They're running the biggest scam in the world. They have. Could you imagine me in front of a cop or an officer? They'd go to say something to me. I'd be like, that's the man that was talking. That's the man they said that beat me and was leaving the bruises and were drugging me and I was throwing up and it gave me that infection. He was the one. He's my serial rapist. How fast do you think it would take a cop to knock him to the ground? See what I mean? The only thing that can happen legally is they go to jail. They cannot violate me on these ungodly levels or anybody else. And under God's green